An improved De Jong bid is being prepared by Manchester United. Dean Henderson has agreed a deal to go to Nottingham Forest, and there is a buy option of £20 million. Then Malacia, a 22-year-old Dutch international who has been really on the ladder of Erik ten Hag, looks like he's not going to come to Manchester United, though United are really pushing hard to get the signature of this young lad done. Welcome to this channel, which goes by names of Manchester United Matters channel. I come by the names of Rokan David in there for you. Smash the like button. Let's see this video get close to 100 likes, guys, because you are the ones that really make us what we are in here onto this channel in there for you. Now, without further ado, allow me start off immediately with the story that is headlining today. It's not the headline story, but it's one of the three stories I've prepared to present to you here onto this channel. First and foremost, this is the story coming in from a side which goes by names of Mail Sport. They are saying Dean Henderson has agreed to join Nottingham Forest on a season loan. They'll have an option to buy for £20 million in there from you. Now, United shows you that they are not good at negotiating deals, and they are really making losses, because Dean Henderson, after a very good season with Manchester United and Sheffield, he was really valued at £40 million, and teams were willing to pay that amount of money because he showed that he's really a very good goalkeeper. But because United felt like they have to keep him at the club to be an understudy for David De Gea. By the way, it was not supposed him to be an understudy for David De Gea. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had combined with Harry Maguire to kick David De Gea out of the starting position of the goalkeeping department of Manchester United. When De Gea went to Spain, when his wife was giving birth to their firstborn, guess what happened? Dean Henderson started in goal, and ever since then, he never returned in goal. He never. And David De Gea never returned the goal. Even when he returned from Spain, he was ever on the bench, and Dean Henderson started with the Premier League games. Until when we are knocked out of the Champions League and United saw itself go into the UEFA Europa League, and that's when David De Gea got a chance to be in goal for Manchester United. As the season went on and it ended, Dean Henderson was rumored to be the goalkeeper to start the season. And a blessing in disguise for David De Gea came in when Dean Henderson was at the England national team. He got an injury, a hip injury, and when on his due to return, he got COVID. And the season started with David De Gea in goal and really did superb saves, and there is no way Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could get him out of that goal. So that's what United was all about. And Dean Henderson a season back would have given United £40 million, because United don't know how to know who to use and who not to use. That's why you've seen Paul Pogba's gone out on a free. When you look at teams like Liverpool, 1 year left to your contract, and you say you're not going to renew your contract. Do you know what they do? They sell you off. They've done to Sadio Mane, you get, and very many other players. Look at Bayern Munich. Lewandowski and Serge Gnabry both don't want to sign. You get, they've told them that you're left with 1 year. Find a team that gives us the money that you want. Lewandowski, €50 million. Serge Gnabry, €35 million. That's what they're asking for. You get? So that's what United should be doing. Jesse Lingard would have been sold in January even. Paul Pogba would have been sold way back the previous summer. Dean Henderson would have been sold because you knew that you had league grants, you had, is it called Green something, the assistant, the other goalkeeper of Manchester United, then David De Gea, you get, and then Dean Henderson. Those are 4 goalkeepers. You can't be having 4 goalkeepers. What for? You get? So Dean Henderson needed to be really sold off. Get that money and get in a player that you want. If at all United sold Pogba the previous summer, they would have gotten close to £40 million maximum. Lingard, they would have got 20. That is like 60. You get? Dean Henderson, you get like 40. United would have collected £100 million to go in and really get in the player they wanted in the midfield and other positions in there for you to reinforce the squad. But United are bad at doing business. They really need a negotiator of deals because they have no one. Matt Judge, who has been here, has really made losses for United. You see to it that Darwin Núñez to Liverpool went for 65 million pound, 65 million euros initial deposit, and the deal will mature close to 100 million euros provided on the performance of Darwin Núñez. And United was going to be held to ransom. You get? They wanted 85 million euros in deposit, initial deposit. Because Liverpool have a negotiator who negotiates deals down, he really told them, no, let's get you 65, 68 million euros, then the rest will come in as add-ons. And United couldn't negotiate that down from 85 to 68 or 65. Yet United took like 3 weeks talking to Darwin Núñez. And the person who was mediating this deal is a close agent to Manchester United. That is the super agent, Mendes George, an agent of Ronaldo, and very many others in there for you. So if you missed out on a deal, on such a deal, where a person who is negotiating it is your friend, who you've done business with since 2002, 2003, then you are really sick. You deserve something else to come in here and come to your rescue in there for you. So Dean Henderson is going in there for you. I'm so much saddened because I thought that they would have really given that money immediately. That 20 million pounds would help United in there for you on the budget of 120 million pounds. You add on 20, almost reaching 150 million pounds in there for you, because very many players really need to leave United in there for you. Now, after that story, we got another story of Lyon making a bid of 12 million pounds for Tyrell Malacia, who is wanted by Manchester United. An offer in excess of 15 million pounds is expected to be acceptable. That is Molak miracle there for you. So, when United likes a player, they don't know how to negotiate deals. This is the problem we talk about. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool was linked to Darwin Núñez in the media, and in 3, 4, 5 days the deal was done. And here we go was out. Liverpool wanted a player who goes by the names of Calvin Ramsey from Aberdeen. Within 3, 4 days the deal was done. Tell me when United was into a deal and within 4 days it was done. We are poor at negotiating our deals. We need a negotiator. That's why you've seen that United are really looking for a negotiator. The lad who was responsible for negotiating Liverpool deals for so long, though it says that he's not going to come in there for you, but it looks like United are in need of a negotiator. However much they've talked to agents, but a negotiator is needed to go on and negotiate a deal. That's why you see George Mendes is so much used into these deals. You saw that deal of Fabio Vieira from FC Porto to Arsenal. He was in the middle of it, and he got 3.5 million euros. That of Darwin Núñez, I really believe that he got close to 6 or 7 million euros bonus because he was mediating it. United need a super negotiator who is going to come out and negotiate on its benefit. But this time round, United brings in players when they are overcharged. We are overcharged. Harry Maguire, 80 million pounds. You get? Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 50 million pounds. Look at Liverpool. They've gone ahead to bring in Aaron Haiki. He's far much better than Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And they've gotten him at 5 million. 5 million pounds. Instead of looking at English talent that is so much expensive, why don't we go out and look for talent that is cheap elsewhere? Like, look at Malacia. He's 15 million pounds needed. But United can't negotiate a deal of Malacia to get it done. And see, this is what has come out and been told to us, that informal talks have taken place regarding Malacia, but no official offers from English clubs as of yet. Malacia was on Erik ten Hag's initial list when he took over. The decision is down to the player in there for you. Then Manchester United first want to wrap up a deal for Frenkie de Jong before pursuing one for Malacia. United have shown their interest, though Lyon are currently leading the race. So I'm asking myself, even when there is a player you're looking for like De Jong, I believe he's been a very good talent and good player, but we can't miss out on other players because of De Jong. Even on a 15 million pound player, we wait on De Jong. Unless otherwise, we are not interested in him. But I've seen the likes of Fabrizio Romano coming out and saying we've been interested in this player for some time. So This is really annoying according to me. So De Jong is holding all deals United is supposed to be doing. That is not good news. How can you come out and say that a club like Manchester United, that you cannot really make a decision? Make a decision on whether you are paying Barcelona the money they want or not, and move on, because we are missing out on very many players. We missed out on Darwin Núñez because of that. Yefis Besuma, we went in there when it was too late, because rumor has it that United really inquired about Yefis Besuma when he had already agreed a deal to join Tottenham Hotspur. But if at all we had a very good negotiator, we would have overturned that, because Sir Alex Ferguson used to do that. Ferguson overturned the deal of Dimitar Berbatov and very many others. Even that of Alan Shearer from Blackburn to Newcastle. He tried to really go ahead and really overturn it, but he failed. He overturned the deal of Roy Keane. He was going to Blackburn and brought him to Manchester United. Very many deals of very many players that Sir Alex Ferguson has met in person, and we told them, please come to my team. We need a negotiator who can come out and do the needful. That's why you saw that the new CEO of Manchester United, Richard Arnold, met with David Gill. David Gill was a CEO of Manchester United for some good years. He knows what this is all about, and it's whom that Ed Woodward took over from. But ever since then, nothing has happened at Manchester United. United used to go in for talent like Chicharito, the Brazilian twins, Fabio da Silva and Rafael da Silva. Look at Patrice Evra. Look at Nemanja Vidic. Such talent. Spark Sung Jun. You get those players like those. Those are talents that United used to get because of having a good negotiator and having a very good scouting network. United really makes you laugh. They brought in Ralf Rangnick to really put this board in order. After they had really scouted players, they really sacked Ralf Rangnick, and Erik ten Hag came in with his own players. And all of those that United, the Fletchers, the Motaf had scouted, Ten Hag told them, I don't want any of those. So it shows you that something is missing. There is nothing new at Manchester United. We should come out and call it out. And I call upon the Manchester United fans to really raise that fire. With such news coming out, the Glazers are really going to get dividends tomorrow. They are getting dividends tomorrow. Can you imagine? They are getting dividends tomorrow. They are going to be paid £11 million. And United have not yet signed a single player. This is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. And this is why you've seen Samuel Lucas of Manchester United Evening News coming out and putting out this story that United are expected to formally submit an improved bid to Barcelona for Frenkie de Jong imminently. United sources say they are negotiating hard for a fair deal. This is why they put up this story. They put up this story to go on and cover up the dividends they are getting tomorrow. You get? I would have no problem with them taking on dividends when they are getting us players they want. Look, what has come next? Manchester United have raised their offer for Frenkie de Jong to 65 million euros, but it still doesn't reach the 75 million euros that Barcelona want. Imagine. Let me convert for you here. The space in between Manchester United and a side which goes by the names of Barcelona are like 10 million euros apart, and the Glazers are getting 13 million euros tomorrow. If you are really understanding, why don't you say that, all right, these dividends, we're not really going to get them anymore. Let's add them and really get De Jong. Because he's the only player that has really failed us to set our transfer running. Our transfer is not as it is because we are less by 11 million pounds. That's it is. Why can't we get this out of the door and we move on? This is what I really think that we should be done. We are really wasting lots of time. On Monday, Training is resuming for Manchester United. You get, it's resuming, and you expect us to be very much okay and happy. You get, we cannot be happy. Eric Ten Hag is stepping at Carrington on his first day on duty without a new signing. He's going to face the same old lads. And they failed to get him De Jong. The story of De Jong came to media. It's now going to 2 months. It came to media at the beginning of May. May elapsed and nothing has happened. June is elapsing, nothing has happened. We are spending 2 months negotiating a deal of one player. The end justifies the means. What will it happen? What will happen if at all you don't get De Jong and you say that you've pulled out? Man City itself is looking for a midfielder like De Jong. And Barcelona want a player at Man City. They cannot do that swap. That's why that deal has not yet happened. Because Barcelona to go on and really register in their players, they need to show that they've sold one of their players and they really get in footballing money. They don't want money from sponsors or what. They need to first sell off a player, and they want to sell Frenkie de Jong at 85 million euros. If a team comes in, puts in an initial deposit of 75 million euros plus 10 million euros add-ons, they get this player. What the hell is United taking to go in and really pay this money? United means that paying 65 million pounds for De Jong is so much. Do you know how talented Frank de Jong is? Just 65 million pounds. United can't go in there and pay it for De Jong. When you paid 80 million pounds for Harry Maguire, you went ahead to pay 50 million pounds for a player who goes by names of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aren't you ashamed? You should come out and know that United and Eric Ten Hag, they won't be onto the same path. If you can't get the manager, the player he wants, get 65 million pounds, pay them. If you're not willing to pay them, because Barcelona has told you that we want 75 million euros. If at all you are not paying them, then we are doomed. You get? We are doomed. That's it. All what I want to let you know is, just get to know that United is going through hell. And who is taking them through hell? It's the board and the people running the football business at Manchester United. We can't talk about Ed Woodward because he has left. And even if you talk about him, he won't come in here and really rectify anything that he has really put apart. Things have fallen apart. Who is supposed to put them together? It's Richard Arnold. The market signing Frenkie de Jong. How can we take 2 months negotiating a deal? And that United have raised their offer from 60 million euros to 65 million euros. They've only added 5 million euros. And you think Barcelona, you're going to get moved by Barcelona? They won't get moved because they know that you have to pay them that amount of player. And it's United that set a wrong precedent. If you pay 80 million pounds for Harry Maguire, 50 for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Barcelona would sit down there and tell you, please, you'll get us that money. We want it. We know you have it. We want 75 million pounds, 65 million pounds initial deposit, upfront fee, 10 million pounds. Those are supposed to be add-ons. That's it. So United have raised their offer for Frenkie de Jong, but it's not realistic to a side which goes by names of Barcelona, because Barcelona believe that they are still 10 million euros apart. But remember, tomorrow the Glazers are really going to be given 13 million euros. We wait and see what happens. Feel free to go into the comment section, tell me what you think about Manchester United and its bid, all new offer they're taking into Barcelona, to see whether they will really go in and accept. Remember, they put in one of 60 plus 20, 60 million euros plus 20 million euros, and it was rejected. Now an improved bid of only 5 million euros. Guys, sort yourselves out. Today is Saturday, today Thursday. We are left with just 3 days, Monday, to kickstart our training. I go by the names of Rock and David. Your reactions are welcome to the comment section below. Dean Henderson, Malacia, and Frenkie de Jong. I sign out for now. See you later. It's our second story of the day. One more is left.